Hello and welcome, fellow gamers. My name is Borek and this is the first episode of the new gameplay series of the Avorion, and the game that has been released on the 23rd of January and has been published and developed by Voxelware. So the Avorion itself is a game, a sandbox space game where you mine, you create, you build your own ships, you fight with other aliens and factions and so on and so on. So without further ado, let's hop into it and let's start with the single player game just for funsies. I'm gonna go with default galaxy. We're not gonna call my galaxy default galaxy because that's gonna be Borek's realm. And yeah, we're gonna start with a seed, something like that. Normal difficulty, collision damage. We're gonna smack a few times into asteroids and other ships and probably destroy half of our fleet that we will probably be building, but that's not the big deal. So let's go and start the game, and I shall see you back once the game is loaded. So here we are in our Borek's realm universe, where we start off with really basic ship. That is our mining ship. And basically it's just two mining turrets, which will help us at least at the beginning to gather some materials. So we start off right next to a base. That this is a station that you can dock to and get some communication. You can sell stuff, trade materials with it. Of course, well, what is it all about? You start off with 10,000 credits, so you can buy materials, just for example from this station, but sometimes it is costly even if there's something in the stocks, so you can sell to the station the materials that you got, but credits are really important. So as you can see, we do have a mining vessel that we can move around using double SAD. So right now we are looking at asteroids which we need to mine in order to gather basic resources. There's something shiny in the distance, so with a right mouse button you can select the asteroid, and there it is on the bottom right corner, information about it. There's another one that we can go and mine because we need to, and there's also an information that there is 729 iron on this asteroid. If we just destroy it using our mining laser, we should get at least some of it. Why some? Because of course there are different types of turrets that we can use and find later on in this game. So as you can see right now, as I pressed P, this is our drone, and there is information about two mining turrets that we have available, and there's a efficiency stat that states 14. 14 means that we will mine 14% of the total amount of iron that is available, for example, on this asteroid. Over here you can also find some information about total volume of the ship, hull HP, number of blocks, maximum velocity, yaw pitch, roll, thrust, brake thrust, and stuff like that. So we're not going to be using this drone to travel between different sections of the universe, because if we just zoom out, you can get really awesome view of the tactical view, where you can actually find a quite big asteroids, and you can zoom out furthermore to find stations that are quite far away, aluminium mine that you can also set up by yourself, and this is really awesome view. You can build ships that will have not drones but smaller ships in it, like the hangars, but going in and out, zooming in and out is really awesome with the game. Let me just hop into the galaxy map, because we start off at the edge of the galaxy, and apparently there is we need to get as close to 00 as possible, so we will have quite a adventure to cover. You can use the space gates jump gates, warp gates, whatever you want to call it, between parts of the sector. Let me just find one really quickly. I don't know if we can go onto planets. I don't think so, but there it is. There is one stargate in the distance, southwest gate to Dream of Pride 2. Of course, as you can see, there is also a fee information about how much money you will use, how much money you have to pay in order to get to another part of the galaxy. So what is cool about this game is no matter what happens with your ship, if it's going to be destroyed by pirates or not, you can always start off with this drone that we have available to us. So without further ado, let's go a bit closer to the asteroid that is over there. Of course, yeah, it's a space game. Yeah. I know that we need to mine it, although I have already disabled the tutorial. Some information still pops up. So as you can see, we are now getting closer to an asteroid that has 4.5 thousand iron on it. So basically what you do is just give it a good smack with those rocks, and you will get an iron. Some of it will be sucked by your vessel, but some of it, like that one over here that just flew away in the distance, you just need to go a bit closer to grab it. And as you can see, we are getting a quite nice amount of the iron. As I said, we will get 14% of this total 4,500 iron that was available over here, something like that, roughly 600. So there's another piece over there. Let's go and grab it really quickly, and then we shall move to another asteroid. So there's a shitloads of options over here, shitloads of information that at the beginning might be really hard to understand and work with, but after a while this game is really awesome. I do like this type of game where you need to go and mine for certain metals, and in this game you can find iron, titanium, neonite, trinium, xeon, organite, and Avorion itself. Right, so let's use the booster with the space mouse button to move a bit closer. Of course, if we let go, the ship will slow down. I know this is space and this should not happen, although we do have brake thrusters that eventually will stop your ship, and that is really quite nice, because, well, sometimes you just hit one of those, asteroids and have some problems with your ship. Right, so let me just, is that all? Yeah, I guess that's it. Let me just go and grab some more iron, and then we shall continue. This asteroid is 5k away, but I need a shitloads more of the iron. So as soon as I get some, I will get back to you. Alrighty, so I got over 2000 iron. That should be enough to help us craft our first mining vessel. So to do so, you just need to found the ship, and let's go with the name of our new ship. I'm not gonna go with any USS Starflight or HMS, because I'm not from US, I'm not from Great Britain, so no Her Majesty's ship or United States ship or whatever. We're just gonna go with think of a name, dude. Quickly. Okay, let's call it a zombie EATER. Why not? Because I do play a lot of zombie games, so that's gonna be fine. So as you can see, we do start off with yes, I do know that braking is bad, everything is bad, just piss off. So we start off with this big ass, not big ass, just a cube, and we got a shitloads of notification that we don't have any crew, we don't have any mechanics, we don't have any rotation speed, or thrust is bad, and my ship is very weak compared to other ships in this region. Well, my ship is now just a basic cube, that's just like a core, the core of your ship, and we're gonna start off with that. So to do some building, and as you can see, you can find find our small drone over here. We still can switch between our main ship and the drone. We can use the small ship to travel to asteroids if we run out of iron. So what you do is just press T, and I have absolutely no idea how am I supposed to get back to it. Come on, you cannot, come on, it was supposed to be T. Right, so let's start building, and building in this game is made in the building menu. When you press B, you will get this big ass green arrow that will indicate the front of your ship. And so this is the front, this is the back. So we have this menu over here that will, well, might be very confusing at the beginning, but it's not. Over here we have a total stats of our ship that we currently have, well, the core, basically the core. So there's the information about the crew, how much we can get crew, how much mechanics, miners, engineers we need, surgeons, and so on and so on. Here is the information about thrust, brake thrust, maximum velocity, yaw pitch and roll, shield, and so on and so on. So down here we have a block selection that we can choose from, and as you can see over here we have different types of materials. So we can build titanium blocks, we can build iron blocks, and neonite, and so on and so on. We start off with four turrets, 2 mining turrets and 2 chain gun turrets that are really amazing, because as you can see there is a independent targeting for this chain gun turret, so it will be able to shoot by its own. Unfortunately this one does not have independent targeting, which kind of suck, but the efficiency is much greater than the iron turrets, that the normal turrets that we had on our first mining vessel. So the efficiency of those is 25, so we will get 25% of each asteroid that we mine. So let's start off by building some thrusters, some engines at the beginning. So the front, of course, is over here, so we're gonna go with the back. So when you choose from different types of vanilla blocks with window, so if we choose a different types of blocks that you have over here, and we have normal blocks, iron engine, iron stone cargo bay, living quarters, thrusters to move you, just some framework, iron dock for docking possibility, iron solar powers, and so on and so on. So there's a shitloads of different materials, which is really amazing. Of course, over here you have some designs that you can actually attach to your ship, which of course costs some money, but is really cool because you can save parts of your ship as well, just to have fun with later on with the designs that you have already made. So you can scale up the blocks using WASD, so W scales the whole block, D just go with this direction, and A in the other direction. So we want to make a bit smaller connection to the main engine that we're going to be building right now. I think that's going to be like so. So let's put it on the center, and bada bing bada boom, we have our very own first block that we have crafted. Of course, now let's switch to engines, and as you can see on the right over here, there are some pluses and minuses. For example, thrust with this engine will be plus 42 meters per second, and maximum velocity will increase as well. So if we scale it like that, it's not always about the volume. With engines and thrusters, it's not about the volumes. It's completely different with cargo bay and living quarters. But for example, for those engines, you at certain point you will get no more bonus. So I would rather go with a maybe wider engine, and maybe not like that, maybe higher engine. But as you can see, we are getting some more thrust, but not so much, because, well, that's how the game works. So you really need to think about something really cool. So this engine is going to be our first and main engine, and it looks pretty awesome. So we can also add some engines to the side. I'm just going to go with like thick one maybe over here, like that. So boom, one on the other side. Well, actually, let's select that one and delete it with delete and block, because let's do the mirror, because of course you can mirror the stuff that you want to craft, like so. So our ship is looking pretty awesome, Of course, we need to add some more blocks, but I'm gonna go with just something more like, I don't know, mining vessel that has like a possibility to carry around some stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go with this support over here. It's not support, it's just some trussing. Well, that trussing actually, is it one block? Yes, it is. So yeah, if you select a block, for example, like those engines, and press F, you will focus your camera on that block. So this is really nice feature that you can use to move around the ship that you are trying to craft. So let's go with the face plate, maybe a bit bigger or smaller, I don't know. A bit bigger, like no. I'm still getting used to the controls, which way you should move. But yeah, look at that. We do have a small ship without any yawn pitch still, but to correct that we can use the iron thrusters and, for example, place them like over here maybe, or maybe over here. They're gonna be a bit bigger. So with thrusters, what I found is that what matters is the surface. That will eventually affect. So as you can see, those dots represent thrusters. So if we just leave the building menu, as you can see, the thrusters over there are doing the job to move around the ship in relatively cool way. But it's not only about that. So we don't have, pretty much we have some thrust, but we don't have any brake thrust. So I think we should try and invest some money into braking thrust. That should be facing. What was that? Ah, shit! Wrong window. So let me just select that and switch to those. Was that a thing? No. Okay, so let me just correct that error. Thrusters, yes. So as you can see now, we have a shitloads of brake thrust. Thrust is 30 meters per second and brake thrust is 24, which is really cool, and maximum velocity is not that great. So the next order of business, I'm gonna just delete those because they are not looking as cool as I want them to look. We need to have those like a bit smaller maybe, but a bit wider, like that. Oh yes, to move around. This one will stop, this one, those will move around. Really nice. So we can go, we can stop. Oh shit, it does go into very different direction that I wanted, but still it is cool. Now we need some living quarters because we want to have some companions. Well, we need some mechanics, we need some engineers. As you can see over here, we do require one engineer and one mechanic. What sucks about it is that you have a credits and you need to pay in order to for those guys to live on your ship. You need to pay them. So yeah, that's kind of a suckish, but still cool. Okay, so if we do something like that, we will add 21 living quarters. I think that might be a bit too much, so let's make those living quarters maybe a bit smaller. How many? 10. If I just put one over here like that, that's gonna be 10 as well. So I'm gonna go with just 10. Probably it just adds up due to the mirror mode. But yeah, that's gonna be grand. Okay. Right, so now we can hire some crew. We have 9 living spaces. So let's just go near the dock and maybe try to dock somewhere. We can go a bit closer and now press F to dock. With the resource depot we can, as I said before, trade materials, but we can also hire crew and get some information from the electronic bulletins. Unfortunately we don't have any over here, which sucks a bit. Right, so let's hire a crew. I think it wanted us to hire a mechanic gunner. We will need probably 2 gunners, so we can hire those right from the bat. Have I hired somebody? I have absolutely no idea. We will need a mechanic. Grand. Okay, so I think we need 2. No, let me just check that. B, we have 1 mechanic and we don't have any engineers. We have 2 gunners and miners. We will need some miners as well. So I haven't seen any. What's that? Not enough engineers, and my ship is very weak. Of course, it's very weak. Lieutenant, security, pilots, gunners. We do have gunners. We need some engineers, but we don't have any specialized engineers over here, so we can just hire normal people, crewmen, that will act as that will not be as efficient as engineer that I would get. But still it is cool. So if you press P, you will bring the information of your ship, and over here you have a crew pay that you need to pay, like as you can see, 1000 credits. I don't know how often, but it really doesn't matter. So we're gonna need some miners as well, and we need an engineer. So fortunately one of the crew members that we have hired has been assigned to the engineers station, and that should help us because, well, engineers will maintain our ship. So right now what we need to focus on as well, actually I should make this a bit bigger, but well, let's do just a normal block over here, like a smaller maybe plate like that, which will serve us as a docking station for not docking station, but over here we will place 1 gun, 1 chain gun, and on the sides right over here and to the left and to the right we will set those mining turrets that have much better efficiency than the one that we used before. Right, so we will require now 4 miners, which sucks. We need to hire one more miner. What else do we need? Not enough crewmen for all mining turrets. Well, it really doesn't matter. I just want to add some iron. Not iron. What was it called? Solar panels. Yeah, solar panels to generate some energy, because as you can see, generated energy by our ship at this point is 0.2 gigawatts, which is not that grand, but still. Come on. But still, we need to generate. We still need to generate some money. Not money, of course, some power for our ship to be protected and stuff like that. Come on! We have distress call. I really don't care about distress call. There is a grid size that will allow you to make those blocks a bit thinner or thicker, and it should be grand. Come on! Oh no, scale says. Size says. Come on. Ah, yes. I wanted to make the solar panel right over here a bit smaller. Alright, so let's go and hire one more miner. Like so. Do we have miners over here? Mechanics? No. Just need additional guy. Or have I hired 4? Shit! Right, so we need a bigger crew crew stations, but I'm gonna work with it later on. So as you can see, we have our first we have our first lovely ship that looks kind of awkward, but you should notice that I do those type of designs. I don't know if there's gonna be any possibility for me to get designs from you, if you have any. Probably there is, but we need to work on that later on. Right, so I want to assign, press click and press number to assign to the group. No, 1, not Q. And those guys will go into second group. Fantastic. Right, so 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. So we can, as you can see, we can assign orders to specific turrets, and this one, this turret that does have auto fire option, which will not make so much damage than you would shoot manually, but it is really nice and cool feature. Unfortunately, there is no feature for the mining lasers, but still, that's got to be fantastic. Let's get a bit closer to this asteroid over here. And I haven't mentioned a few things about storage. So you do have a storage blocks over here, like cargo bay, but this cargo bay does not is not used by iron, titanium and any other metals that you can mine, because it is used for different materials, like I think food, aluminum and stuff like that, that you can actually trade between different stations, and you can mine and stuff like that. So that is really awesome. Look at that. Look at our lovely ship mining and getting 25% of the total amount. So I can just mine this iron, go back to the station and sell it to the station with a profit, but I think it was like 4 credits per 1 iron, so we wouldn't get much, but eventually you'll have to pay your crew, so that might be actually quite badly needed. I mean, those credits. Right, so in this universe you can find, like, as you can see, aluminium mine that is over there, that is mining. It's 15 kilometers away, so we're not gonna go there. There is a repair dock, which is quite awesome for repairing. Of course, you can repair it. You can repair your ship over here, but you will get not penalty, but it will cost you much more, much greater money than you would do it in a repair block. So let's go over here. This is the station. I don't know if that is a station that we have started off. I don't think so. It might be, but still, electronic hire crew. As you can see, there is a repair dock, and you can repair the stuff, your ship. Right. Our ship, fortunately, has not been damaged just yet. I haven't destroyed it just yet. There's a cargo hauler over there. There's not much action going on over here, so we might actually jump to another sector. Where does this lead to show you guys? It's northeast, so if we go into our map, this is the worm hole that we just want to go into right now. Maybe there's going to be some action going on in this second sector, so let's go. Boop. And you paid 22 credits for passing through the gate. Right, so let's go over here. I don't see any actions going on right here as well, but we have another gates. We actually got a distress call over there, but here there's a lifter that we can, because you can attack ships, of course, but as you can see, we have admired relations with this ship, so I'm not gonna just destroy them, because that wouldn't make any sense. So let's go maybe to that gate that is 30 kilometers away, and maybe hop to another sector again. That will cost us 30 credits, but still we do have some money, so we really don't need to worry about we don't need to worry about anything basically at this point, which is really cool. Alright, boop. and off we go. What the hell just happened? Some other things popped out. I don't know if... Hello there, are you off for an adventure too? Absolutely! Who the hell is talking to me, adventurer? That's great. Continue, enter. I'm sure we can help each other. If there's anything you would like to know, just ask me. Can you give me some tips? Of course. The closer you get to the center of the galaxy, the better materials you will find to build your ship. You will be able to build energy generators or parts that protect your ship, like integrity blocks or even shield generators. Fantastic. The first thing you should do is find yourself some titanium. Iron is great to get yourself started, but titanium is lighter and can build better parts with it. And be very off the no man's space around here. I hear there's a pirate leader that terrorizes everyone who strays too far away from civilized sectors. Let's talk what happened around here. Well, goodbye, see you later. We're gonna see it on ourselves how the things roll. I don't see any action going on over here either, so I'm really eager to find maybe some pirates. I really would like that, but as the guy said, we really should look for titanium and maybe upgrade my ship a bit better. But yeah, I guess for now that's gonna be it for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go around and try to find some action. Maybe something will be going on. We shall see about that. There's something in the distance, some asteroids that might be some titanium as well. But if we go into our map, we should be heading over to that direction. So maybe I will just hop into this unknown signature and then just go back somewhere over there. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to leave a like, comment about the gameplay, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you like what you see, and I hope that we shall see each other in the next episode. So till then, take it easy, have fun and happy gaming.